Hello and welcome back to Syberia, the world before. I can't go into the menu now. I think I could if I just go in, like, here? Yeah, now I can. I just wanted to check again, like, if we just disable anti-aliasing entirely. How does that look? Does it still flicker? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it does. It's very crispy. Oh, and now I can, what? Now I can open the menu here. I couldn't before. Just a quick comparison. FXAA also flickers and it's just a little blurry. Ah, man. Yeah, there's no good method for this. And then, yeah, SMAA or SAA also just flickers. And then we get the best one with no problems. TAA. Like, this clearly looks the best right here. But then you see, like, stuff like, okay, mouse cursor? No, you can't see it. Right under, like, Lumine OS, that line is, like, warping around like crazy. And yeah, when we actually read, the text is just warping around as well. There is no good way to do this, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna keep it on and complain about the warping. Wagner Post. Headlines, clandestine mine dismantling. The discovery, man, we have a lot of reading to do. The discovery of a clandestine, I don't know, salt mine in the Iron Taiga region has both shocked campaigners of human rights. So they just happened to discover this, like, a minute after we leave? Or is it because I rode the bike away and they noticed tracks or something? I don't know. Rock the Art World. It is reported that police descended on the illegal underground enterprise following a tip-off from a former slave. Okay, so that was like I did that, okay, but slave labor was not the only surprise the police had in store. In one of the caverns, they discovered a steam engine with several wagons full of prized wartime spoils. The missing masterpieces and other precious objects of art are said to have been stolen by the Brown Shadow during World War II. The find is estimated to be worth several $100 million. If only we could have just pocketed some of that. Police Chief Victor Polinsky said, "The operators and the jailers have been detained and the mine has been dismantled. The slaves have been identified and, after a short period of hospitalization, will be released to their next of kin." According to one hospital source, many slaves have been reporting that they had not been mining salt as was previously understood, but ivory and strange artifacts. The police have not yet commented on these reports, only stating that the investigation is ongoing. With regards to the stolen art, Polinsky added, "Once our team of art experts have listed and identified the stolen objects, the difficult task will be to return them to their rightful owners." However, Chief Polinsky and his team might not have to look very far for the owners of many of the items. The authorities have already received hundreds of calls from people around the world claiming to hold proof of stolen family heirlooms and artwork. Of course they did. I like how you have to read it here. Like, you can't even read it, even if you would want to and could read German. That's just not possible. Alright, let's go upstairs. Take a nap.
I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time by the fire.
Devour that pineapple. What's happening? I can't get closer. That was weird. Oh boy.
Hans.
Hans?
According to this flyer, he came to Wagen during one of his trips.
Since when does Kate know how to read German, by the way? Did she used to know that? I can't remember. 1919, Ostertal is formed. Man, this is a lot of exposition. Is formed from the dividing up of several states after their defeat during the Great War. Wagen becomes its capital in a difficult economical climate. 1933. As the Great Depression from the United States reaches its height in Europe, the situation becomes critical in Wagen, with an unemployment rate exceeding 25%. 1934. Wagen owes its salvation to a strange French inventor by the name of Hans Vorarlberg. Was he French? I don't remember him being French, because, I mean, Vorarlberg is not really a French name. That sounds more like a Germanic name, right? That's a little odd. This young man, on passing through the town on one of his numerous trips to the east, stayed in Wagen to mechanize the entire city, which was destroyed by fire, so creating thousands of jobs that boosted the stagnant economy. Did he? What do you mean he created thousands of jobs by, like, automating everything and putting people out of jobs by just making, like, tram lines fully automated with automatons and stuff? That does not make any sense. Before he disappeared as he had appeared. We owe him, notably, the town jewel, the musical square. Yet that just does not add up at all. 1938, after years of growth, Brown Shadow fascists annexed Wagen. There followed a night of murderous raids against the Vegaran people. 1945, after years of... So wait. This happened, like... This is where Dana was. So, like, Hans was here just, like, 4 years ago. 4 years prior to the Dana part, or whatever. I forget when it said that the Dana stuff took place. After years of fascist occupation, Wagen is finally liberated by the Allies. God bless America. The Allied forces consisting of Soviet, American, British, and French troops. A victory greatly facilitated by the local network of resistance fighters. 1955. After a decade of being administrated by Allied forces, Wagen, and by extension Ostertal, recovers its full sovereignty and begins to transform its local economy. 1995, Ostertal becomes a member of the European Union. Nothing more to say about that. Yeah, Ostertal wird Mitglied der Europäischen Union. Now what's this? Oh man, this is too much reading. Too much reading. I don't remember there being this much reading in, like, Syberia and whatever. We need more walking around and solving puzzles and talking to people. World War II Remembrance Tour of Wagen. As a tribute to the thousands of Vegarans deported or killed by the Brown Shadow during World War II, this Remembrance Tour will take you to the major locations where wartime horrors took place. We hope you will leave time for some silence as you stroll along this moving walk through history. It will take you to the following locations. The Bridge of Mists, the district that suffered the most from the terrible anti-Vegaran raids in 1938. That's where she lived, right? Remembrance Lane in the Musician District, where Vegarans from the ghetto were cold-bloodedly executed along with those who tried to protect them. And finally, the Central Train Station, where thousands of innocent people were loaded onto the train of death. We will remember them. Oh boy. Just that one left. Wagen City Guide. Wagen's Hotspots flyer. Der Hauptbahnhof, like head subway or whatever. I don't know what Haupt means. Das Antiquitätenviertel. Antique something? Der Musikplatz. Yep, Music Square. Die Brücke der Nebel. Mist Bridge, whatever, Bridge of Mists. Yeah, just Antiques District. Central Station. Okay. Currently under renovation. The must-see destination of Wagen. No one can say they have visited the town if they have not at least seen one of the incredible mechanical concerts. Central Station. Whether you arrive or leave from the station, one thing is for sure. Its typical architecture is a landmark in its own right. The antiques... It's remarkable how unremarkable it is, they're saying. Great. The Antiques District. A destination not to be missed. The district is full of surprises on every corner, just waiting to be picked up by the knowing bargain hunter. The Bridge of Mists. An idyllic view over the... whatever. Can we see that? Yeah, it is, like, in German. Wouldn't that be pronounced like Dombre? Unique architecture and numerous traditional shops featuring local crafts. This historical monument is not to be missed. Nothing is to be missed. You should see everything. It's all worth seeing. It's all amazing.
Hope it still works.
Why are there, like, weird square tiles in the mirror?
Hope it still
like,
works.
What is that? Is that supposed to be dirt or something? What are those? That just looks weird. Observe.
That's not my room. Better not go in.
Oh my god. Ostertal, Wagen.
Oh, I understand why Wagner's call their town the heart of Europe. It's literally in the center of it.
Literally. Yep. More typos.
Wagen is surrounded by the Alps. Switzerland is right on the other side.
This is Switzerland?
That's Germany over there. I wonder how far Barokstadt University is from here.
Wow, sick reference to Syberia 1. I can't believe you're so clever. Yeah, I missed that place. It looked amazing. With the, like, rainforest conservatory station and the university.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room.
That was one of the things, like, Syberia 1 just had such striking locations, like, each act of the game was completely different from the previous ones, and just, like, they're so memorable, whereas, you know, Syberia 2 is just snow, more snow, more snow, and more snow. Some of it is still memorable, with, like, the ice caves and the monastery and whatever, but yeah, then, like, Syberia 3, and so far this game, like, it's just, Syberia 3 is just like a blur. I don't remember anything. I remember some city that was kind of and like the mental hospital, and I guess there was like an amusement park or something. I don't know, man. It's all just very, like, vague. Musical square painting. A painting of Wagen. What are we doing here? I thought I was supposed to look at, like, the thing on the table. Also, oh my god, look, she has 2 pens. These might even be the pens from the place. Somehow we have them. Yep. Yep.
Katyusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
Why was that, like, so ominous? We've already seen it. Oh, press the wrong button. Wallet.
The meager
Yeah,
amount
why is it like
I've
X
managed
to
to
pick
save
up but
since I
Y to
escaped from the
observe?
mine.
Why not have the same button for that?
The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine.
That's for the painting. Now all I have to do is find out the address of the shop I need to take it to. I can use the phone book and that map that Frau Wagner left in the living room for that.
Painted in 1937, the signature is quite hard to decipher. Looks like it starts with a K. I don't remember, like, who would that be? Because, I mean, he was called Anton, right? What was the mother called again? Are we just gonna leave this guitar pick here? I don't remember what the mother was called, but then she was Dana, so
Nice.
I don't know.
It seems like a lifetime since I had enjoyed some good old-fashioned comfort. Room might not be as cozy as a Yukol yurt, but it's sure more spacious.
Sick reference to Syberia 3. I would say this probably looks a lot more, oh, time for introspection. This looks a lot nicer than a Yukol yurt. Nothing else to look at. Is it gonna be like a default mechanic, just introspecting all the time?
Wagen. After months of roaming from east to west on a motorbike, after taking odd jobs here and there to build up a little nest egg to finance this trip, and to be able to stay.
I bet she sleeps in that jacket too.
Lucky Frau Wagner let me in despite my appearance when I arrived, with my meager means.
In full-on boots,
The days when Marson
with a
and
bag,
Lorna paid for
with a
my
scarf.
travel expenses seems far away now. It's like they were someone else's memories, fading away with passing time. Guess
Was that
I've
the bike
changed.
key?
Since the death of Mom and Katyusha, pursuing my hypothetical
See, there was
double
more
on the painting
Katyusha,
turned out
right?
to be too tempting. Comforting, even. In any case, I promised Katyusha I would find her.
Did you? You kind of didn't. Katyusha just said, like, when she was dying, "Go, Kate, you must find her." And Kate was like, okay. Even though there was no reason for us to promise that. And again, Couldn't we have just, like, waited with this? There's no rush with this, as far as we know. So, like, couldn't we have just gone to Mom's funeral, cleared up all the bullshit with the law, I guess? That might have taken several years, but then eventually, maybe we could have just come back here on vacation and then looked for Dana and, like, the painting stuff. I don't know, I guess she just wants to be a fugitive. So now, if we go here...
Oh, hi, dear.
Hello.
So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
I haven't looked at them.
To tell you the truth, I haven't had time to look at them yet. But thank you so much for digging them out for me. I'm sure they'll be a great help.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Wagen.
I have a few questions about Wagen.
Good, because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Wagen, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
Good thing everyone here speaks perfect English, too. The region.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Wagen and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Wagen is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
Now we know how to pronounce it. The district.
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Wagen, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful, and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
Ah, more politics. Gentrification, love it. History of the region.
My, quest here is closely linked to the region of Wagen. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
The year 1937.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937.
How do you know this?
Was this an important date in the history of Wagen?
You're just
Not
guessing?
that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then.
What do you mean? You're an old relic!
All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
Stolen art.
I found out about the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
It doesn't surprise me. Wagen, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
The guest house.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
My room.
The room's just perfect.
No, I
Thank
want
you
to
so
complain.
much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable. And it's not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
Any other guests?
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here.
Okay, what about you?
I'd love to know more about you, Frau Wagner.
You single?
There's not much to tell, really.
The position of my
Nothing
significant
changed the
other
course of
just opened up,
history.
in fact.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Wagen, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my husband until he died a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
What a pleasant old lady. Exit? Can we just
I
exit?
can't leave without first locating the shop.
Yeah, okay. I
I
figured.
need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Hey, I need the phone!
If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a call.
I thought she was in this one, but I guess not. This one is like out of order. Wait, we need to keep knocking.
There's no point drumming on the blasted door. I'm on the telephone.
But I need to use the telephone.
Can't you see that the telephone is taken?
I can't!
Wait your turn, won't you?
No. Listen.
Yes, yes.
We're
I
just
arrived
gonna snoop, try to
safely
listen to
down.
the other guest's phone
I hope
conversation.
to proceed with the identification as soon as they
This
have
is weird.
accepted them out.
She's looking at me
What?
doing this?
What? Can't I hang up now?
Miss Walker?
All
The
right.
fuck are you doing?
I'll wait.
Please don't
Please,
disturb the other
Try
guests.
to be as quick as possible. It's a dreadful business.
She's looking
trust
away,
me.
just pretending.
Miss Walker,
Yeah.
really?
Okay.
I must protest. That is no way to behave. I'm sorry, but I really can't have you eavesdropping in my establishment.
Eavesdropping.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't... I mean, it's not what it seems.
It's definitely not what it seems. Listen again. Alright. Well, I got an achievement, so it was worth it. And we learned absolutely nothing. Alright, well, let's mark these, and then that'll probably have to be it for today. This was, again, a whole lot of exposition. We haven't really, like, done much in the game yet, this far into it.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that are likely to sell art supplies.
Clearly the fishmonger. Check.
I guess this shop is as good as any.
Oh, check in that sense. Thought it was like, look at it, rule out. Gourmet restaurant. Bicycle shop, pawnbroker, paintings. Oh my god, it mentions paintings, clearly. Pharmacy, medicines, Hatter, elegance, general store, maybe. Antiques dealer, maybe. Yeah, that seems like the three.
These three make up a good basis to work from. Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
Uh-huh. Why is there a fucking QR code right there? Hold on. Find the three shops on the map. I gotta check this. It leads to Microid's website. Oh, but it's like actually a special site. It's a Wagen tourism site. It's like actually set up to show you like Wagen propaganda from the lens of the game. And I think there's some like developers or something, some images, but then there's also Kate, her review from Catherine, saying, "My recent travels have led me to discover many cultures and places, all as surprising and enchanting as each other, but I don't know why Wagen will have awakened in me something." What? Like a call. That is a weird sentence. Yeah, it's just like scrolling down and down and down Wagen tourism. Okay, I mean, that's a fun one. Like, I'm not gonna look at all of that. But it's still, like, interesting that they actually set up, like, a fake site or whatever, and you can actually scan it and get a bunch of information. And we can't read any of this, can we? So, picnic, restaurants, what is Hafen, hotels? How do I, like... So, I mean, I would imagine isn't it just the three places we've heard? But, like, how would you know that other than just pressing it? Find the three shops. Yeah, there's, like, how do you find them? I guess we have to look here? C4? Is that, like, where they are? C4, D3, E5? C4, D3, E5. I see. C4. Okay, alright, now this makes
shop
sense.
Could sell the painting case. Well, maybe.
D3. E5.
Okay. So these 3 shops
Yeah,
are the
that's kind of a
most
neat
likely to
little
have sold
system.
the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
Choose the most relevant shop.
An
Absurd.
industrial estate. Difficult to imagine an art supply shop could have prospered here. The shop I found in the phone book must be a hardware store or something similar. The antique shop from the phone book is located in this district. Looks like it's full of similar stores. The district seems like it's changed a lot since when the phone book came out. Looks like the pawnbroker I found is no longer in business.
Doesn't that mean it seems more likely, or should we go here? Well, I can't look at the previous page now, because I mean, which one is the most relevant? The antique one? I guess the antique one?
No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably
I wonder
my
if you
best
should
shop.
choose a different one, like, would
Better hang
something
on to the
happen?
address.
When did it save? A minute ago. I'm gonna test this. Oh, new title screen. And yeah, we have loading screen things to read, but I'll do that next time. Yeah, choose the most relevant shop. This is the most relevant one,
I
clearly.
seriously doubt that the Müller shop in this industrial zone could have ever sold a painting case. Even though it was so long ago, might be wise to look closer at my other options.
No, I think this is
I
it.
seriously doubt
Okay,
that the Müller
and then
shop
this.
in this feels risky to pick the Müller shop in this
Okay,
district.
so you have
It
no
seems to have
choice.
changed
It's
a
just this one.
lot.
But yeah, let's just
Maybe I
leave it
should
here,
explore
and
my
then
other
yeah, we'll go
options
to
before
the
making the final
antique
call.
district next time, I suppose. And I'm sure we're gonna have a run-in with whoever was on the phone when we go out here, I would imagine. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. One neat puzzle. Hopefully we get some actual puzzles and exploration, and not just reading and reading the entire time. We'll see. I'll see you next time.